Hey, what's up everyone? You're here with Goran from Pick Dawgz, and you are here for your free picks from German Bundesliga on Saturday, April 15th. Uh, we have 5 games on the schedule on Saturday, guys. Usually we are around 6 or 7, but because teams were playing in the Champions League and the Europa League, we have 5 games on Saturday, and we have 3 more games on Sunday. But let's get this show on the road with the first game of Saturday, and that is between Koln and Mainz. Koln has finally broken their winless streak, and they have beaten Augsburg on the road 3-1 last week, and that is definitely a nice confidence boost for this team. They finally got back on the winning track, and they're doing well. They have scored 3 goals. They were quite effective in that attacking it. However, they still conceded a goal, and that has been something they have been struggling with this for the entire season. Their defense hasn't been at their best, and maybe now, as we are getting to the end of the season, they will gain some consistency and get to that top half of the table. As far as Mainz goes, guys, they're undefeated in their last 8 games, and they are coming off of a draw against Werder Bremen. It was 2-2, even though they had a lead twice in the last 6 or 7 minutes of a game. They got ahead 1-0, 1-1, 2-1, and then 2-2 draw. That's the way that game ended, but this is the team that has been on quite a good spell. Like I said, undefeated in their last 8 games. Kind of fighting for that Conference League spot. Still, they're only 2 points away from it. And if they can stay somewhat consistent until the end of the season, they could definitely get there. In the head-to-head matchups, both teams to score and over 2.5 has been hitting quite often, and the away team has had some success in this matchup, so did home team as well. But in this game, seeing how both teams are conceding quite a lot of goals, I'm going to go with both teams to score. It's minus 130. I'm not going to try to push it into over 2.5 simply because I could definitely see this game ending in a 1-1 draw. So that's what I'm going to go with here. So both teams to score in this Koln versus Mainz matchup. In the next game, guys, Bayern Munich is hosting Hoffenheim, and this Bayern Munich team is in quite a disarray right now. So they got destroyed by Manchester City in the Champions League. They got knocked out of the DFB Pokal last week. They barely got a win against Freiburg then on Saturday to keep the top spot. But now they have a decision to make. Whether to rest some players and try to get something back in that second leg of the Champions League, or are you going to focus on Bundesliga and go all out? Because Borussia Dortmund is behind them only by 2 points. And if Bayern Munich doesn't win this game, potentially Borussia Dortmund will get to them. They will be equal on points, and we could have ourselves a nice title race once again. In the head-to-head matchups, of course, Bayern has been outstanding. They have 21 wins out of 31 games. They're still undefeated at home this season. However, Hoffenheim is on a 3-game winning streak. They are averaging just over 2 scored goals per game during that winning streak. They are still conceding goals, yes. They also kept a clean sheet against Schalke last week, which was an anomaly if you ask me. But if Hoffenheim is not going to score now against Bayern, when Bayern is in such a big mess, they will never score against Bayern again. So I do expect quite the open game here, especially from Bayern Munich, who I believe personally will go for the win here. They simply have to. But I decided to go with both teams to score and over 3.5. So not over 2.5, but over 3.5. It's plus 110. I think that easily we could see 4 goals here. The only question is if Hoffenheim scores a goal or not, but I think they will because they're in outstanding form right now. So Bayern, Hoffenheim, both teams to score and over 3.5 goals. In the next matchup, guys, Leipzig is hosting Augsburg, and they will definitely be looking to continue their winning streak. They're now on a 2-game winning streak after beating Borussia Dortmund in the DFB Pokal and then beating Hertha last week on the road 1-0. But this is the team that is looking better and better with every game. This is the team that is fighting for that Champions League spot, and they definitely need a win here. Fortunately for Leipzig, Augsburg hasn't been doing that good of a job as of late. They have only 1 win of their last 5 games, and they're coming into this game with 5 or 6 injuries, which will significantly reduce their depth and quality they have on the bench. So I think this was going to be all Leipzig, guys. As we can see, minus 400 favorites. They're fairly healthy. They are in good form, and they're doing a very, very good job on both ends. So I'm going to take Leipzig minus 1.5. It's minus 139. I would rather take Leipzig minus 1.5 than Leipzig and over 2.5 goals, because I did expect goals against Hertha last week, but we kind of got burned with that one. So I'm being a little bit more cautious, and I'm taking Leipzig minus 1.5. Stuttgart is hosting Borussia Dortmund, guys, and this is going to be an interesting matchup. Borussia Dortmund, after that loss against Leipzig and Bayern Munich, they got back on the winning track by beating another contendant for the title, and that is Union Berlin. That game ended in a 2-1 win for Borussia Dortmund. But Schalke has won 3 of their last 4 games, and they are outside the relegation zone right now. They would definitely love to stay there, but Borussia has a lot to lose in this game if they don't get a win. So for some reason, Borussia Dortmund on the money line is minus 105, and I'm gonna take advantage of that. So no goals, no both teams to score, no stuff like that. I'm simply taking Borussia Dortmund on the money line. Minus 105, like I said, they need a win to stay close to Bayern. Potentially, they will equal themselves with them on points if Bayern doesn't get a win against Hoffenheim. But all Borussia Dortmund can do is win their games and hope for best results out of the other games. So Stuttgart, Borussia Dortmund, I'm taking Borussia Dortmund on the money line. And the last game of the day in Bundesliga, guys, is between Eintracht Frankfurt and Borussia Mönchengladbach. 2 teams I don't know what to think about anymore, to be honest. I expected Eintracht to have a much better game than they did against Leverkusen, a game which they lost 3-1 on the road. And then again, I expected a little bit more from Borussia Mönchengladbach as well against Wolfsburg. I did expect goals in that one. However, they did ended up winning that game 2-0, but they had a lot more chances, and that game should have ended with the higher amount of goals. Borussia Mönchengladbach on the road has only 1 win so far this season, 5 draws and 7 losses, while Eintracht Frankfurt at home actually has 7 wins, 3 draws and 3 losses, and they have been scoring quite a high amount of goals at home. Defensively, these 2 teams are fairly even. Eintracht 40 conceded goals, Borussia 44 conceded goals, but Eintracht has been a little bit more consistent when it comes to offense, and they do have one of the best strikers in the league, and that is Koln, who once again will be leading the charge for Eintracht Frankfurt here. I think this is going to be a highly entertaining matchup, guys, where both sides will go for the win here, and I expect goals. I simply got to go with both teams to score in over 2.5. Minus 117. I think it's a great price for 2 teams that will try to keep their positive streaks alive, especially Borussia Mönchengladbach. They will try to build upon that win against Wolfsburg. I'm just not sure they will succeed, because Eintracht Frankfurt is definitely due for a nice performance. So it might as well be here. Eintracht Borussia, both teams to score and over 2.5 goals. That's it, guys. These were free picks from Bundesliga on Saturday. Thank you for joining me here. If you want more free picks, go to the Pick Dawgz YouTube channel. Check it out, guys. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, and I'll see you soon with more free winners.